and welcome to this deep dive all about KimAcu.
KimAcu.
Yeah. So you know them as a clinic,
Right.
but they're also out there on YouTube, and now they have this brand new podcast,
Uh-huh.
KimAcu Talks,
Uh-huh.
The Path to Wellness. And it's all about
Hi.
acupuncture and holistic health.
Hi.
And really, what strikes me is
Yeah.
how passionate they are about making this ancient practice
Yeah.
accessible.
Yeah.
You know, even for someone like me who's just kind of starting to learn about it all.
Yeah. It's great to see them embracing that blend of, the ancient wisdom and modern media. I think it's really powerful, and it can reach so many people who are looking for that holistic approach to well-being,
Exactly.
especially these days.
Yeah, especially in today's world. You know, it's so fast-paced.
Absolutely.
So let's start with their YouTube channel.
Okay.
The first thing I noticed was just how organized it is.
Really?
They've got this
Yeah.
clear mission statement right there in the channel description.
Right.
And then they have all these playlists organized by theme.
Yeah.
It's like they anticipated every question you might possibly have
Yeah, that's helpful.
about acupuncture.
Right.
Yeah, it's like they're taking you on a guided tour through this world of acupuncture.
I like that.
It makes it a lot less intimidating, I think,
For sure.
for people who are brand new to it.
And they even have a playlist
Yeah.
that's specifically about their clinic
Yeah.
in Palm Desert, California.
Yeah, that's a nice touch.
Yeah, it's like offering a sneak peek behind the scenes.
Exactly. It's like a virtual open house.
Yeah.
But what really caught my eye was this playlist
Oh, really?
called 60 Seconds Quick Guide to Acupuncture Benefits.
Interesting.
It's perfect for those moments where you're curious,
Right.
you've got a couple minutes,
Yeah.
but you don't have a ton of time to devote to it.
Right.
And they break down how acupuncture can help with all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Like insomnia and digestion in these like super concise little videos.
60 seconds.
Yeah, just 60 seconds.
Perfect.
I mean, who doesn't have 60 seconds, right?
I love that. Those quick guides are brilliant.
Yeah.
They really spark curiosity.
Yeah.
They're like these bite-sized introductions to the potential of acupuncture.
Yeah.
And they explain these concepts in a way that literally anyone can understand.
Yeah, and they have one that explains how acupuncture can help with sleep
Really?
by rebalancing your energy.
Wow.
It's amazing how much information they pack into such a
Yeah.
short format.
It is amazing.
Yeah, it's almost like a little acupuncture appetizer,
I love that.
and it leaves you wanting more.
Yeah.
So speaking of wanting more, let's move on to their podcast.
Okay.
KimAcu Talks, The Path to Wellness.
Yeah.
Even the intro alone just sets this really peaceful, meditative mood.
Nice.
It's clear that they've really put a lot of thought into
Yeah.
creating this calming,
Right.
listening experience.
The intro is like an invitation to just relax and open your mind to these new ideas. The music especially, it's so soothing. It almost feels like a gentle wave that's just carrying you into this tranquil state.
I love it.
It's great.
So they say right up front
Yeah.
that the podcast is for everybody. It doesn't matter how much you know about acupuncture.
Awesome.
They promise these expert interviews,
Nice.
practical tips.
I like it.
You know, all those things that we're always looking for
Uh-huh.
in our quest for a healthier and happier life.
It's that focus on blending that ancient wisdom with modern life.
Yeah.
I find it so intriguing.
Right.
It seems like they're really addressing the needs of people who are feeling overwhelmed by the demands of today's world.
Sure.
And they're looking for a more balanced way of living.
Yeah. Now, one thing that really stood out to me across both their YouTube channel and the podcast
Yeah.
is this theme of nature and healing.
Okay.
There's this Lullaby in Nature playlist. Their clinic incorporates all these natural elements. And they talk about the 5 element theory.
Of traditional Chinese medicine.
Right.
It's like they're saying that nature holds the key to unlocking our well-being.
That's a really important observation. It's not just about the aesthetics or creating a nice atmosphere. It's really about recognizing that a profound impact that nature has on our health and well-being.
I totally agree.
This is so deeply rooted in traditional Chinese medicine, especially the 5 elements theory.
No, the 5 elements theory, I find it fascinating, but it can be a little complex.
Yeah, it can.
Can you break it down for us a little bit?
Sure. So the 5 elements are wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. And they're essentially a framework for understanding how all these different aspects of our being interact and influence each other.
Okay.
So they're associated with specific organs, emotions, and even sounds in nature.
Wow.
So it's about understanding how all of those elements are interconnected. and how we can actually restore balance when things feel out of whack.
So how does that connect to something like the Lullaby in Nature playlist?
Are they just trying to create this relaxing atmosphere, or is there something deeper going on?
Well, it's definitely more than just creating a relaxing atmosphere. In the 5 elements theory, water is associated with the kidneys and also the emotion of fear.
Really?
So the sound of running water, which you might hear in that Lullaby in Nature playlist, could actually be used to help balance that kidney energy and reduce feelings of fear.
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's amazing how each element has this specific energetic quality that can influence both our physical and emotional states.
Yeah, it really makes you appreciate how much knowledge is within these ancient traditions.
Absolutely. And that's what KimAcu seems to be doing. So what they're bridging that gap between this ancient wisdom and modern life. They're making these concepts accessible and really applicable to the challenges that we face today.
Yeah, it's like they're saying this ancient knowledge is still relevant.
Yes.
And it can really help you deal with the stress and complexity of modern life.
Absolutely.
And I think that's a powerful message.
It is. And it's not just about providing information. It's about empowering individuals to take an active role in their own healing journey.
That's what really resonates with me.
Yeah.
It's not just do this and you'll feel better.
Right.
It's about understanding why you're doing it.
Exactly.
They encourage you to really understand your body.
I love that.
And make informed decisions about your own well-being.
Yeah, it's about shifting that focus from being a passive patient to becoming an active participant.
I like that.
Yeah.
So they're basically saying, here are the tools, now you go explore.
Yes.
And discover what works best for you.
And figure out what resonates with you.
Yeah, that emphasis on individual exploration is really refreshing.
It is.
Yeah.
And it aligns perfectly with the holistic aspect of their approach. Because it's not just about treating the symptoms, it's about understanding those underlying causes of imbalances.
Yeah.
And addressing them on multiple levels. Physical, mental, emotional, even environmental.
That brings me back to their focus on nature.
Yes.
And 5 elements theory.
It's
like they're saying that our health isn't just about what's happening inside our bodies.
Right.
It's also about our connection to the world around us.
Exactly. They're weaving all of these different threads together. Ancient wisdom, modern science, and a deep respect for nature to create this tapestry of holistic well-being.
I love that.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, it's an invitation to see ourselves as part of this larger, interconnected web of life.
Right.
And to understand how our choices and actions impact not only our own health, but the health of the planet as well.
Wow.
It's really quite profound.
It is profound.
Yeah.
You know, as we're talking about this, I'm starting to see how all these pieces really fit together. The playlist, the podcasts, the clinic design.
You know, all connects.
It's all part of this larger vision of empowering individuals to take control of their health.
Absolutely.
And live these more balanced and fulfilling lives.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
And it's not just about individual well-being either.
Right.
This approach has these ripple effects that extend outward to our communities and the world around us.
It's true.
When individuals feel empowered to take care of their own health, they become more engaged in their communities.
Yes.
And more invested in creating a healthier world for everyone.
I love that.
This is making me think about the KimAcu Talks podcast. Yeah. We haven't really dived too deep into the content of the episodes yet.
Yeah.
What can listeners expect to find there?
Well, from what we've gathered from the intro and descriptions, it seems like the podcast is a platform for exploring the practical applications of acupuncture and holistic wellness in everyday life. So they're promising these expert interviews, discussions of various health challenges, and they're going to give us actionable tips for integrating these practices into our daily routines.
I am particularly intrigued by their promise to blend ancient wisdom with modern life. I'm curious to hear how they're going to talk about the challenges of living in today's world. You know, fast-paced, often stressful.
Exactly.
And how to stay true to the principles of traditional Chinese medicine.
It's a great question.
While still navigating that world.
Me too. I think it's so timely and relevant, especially with more and more people understanding the impact of stress and lifestyle on their health.
Right.
So I'm eager to hear what they have to say about navigating those challenges while staying connected to our own inner wisdom and the rhythms of nature.
I'm also curious to hear from the experts that they'll be interviewing.
Right.
It's one thing to learn from the creators of KimAcu, but to hear from other practitioners and thought leaders in the field is going to add another layer of depth and perspective.
I agree. Hearing those diverse voices within the field can really broaden our understanding and challenge us to think critically about all these different approaches and perspectives.
Yeah, it's like expanding the circle of wisdom and knowledge, allowing us to glean these insights from a wider range of experiences.
I love that.
It's remarkable how much we've already learned about KimAcu.
I know.
Just by exploring their online presence.
It's true.
It's clear that they've put a lot of thought and intention into creating these resources and sharing their knowledge with the world.
They have. And it's exciting to see how they're leveraging the power of digital media to make these ancient practices accessible and relatable to this wider audience. It's great.
It's like opening a door to this world of possibilities.
It is.
For people who are seeking a more holistic and empowered approach to health and well-being.
Absolutely.
It really is.
I'm excited to keep learning about it.
Me too. So as we're unpacking all of this, what really stands out to me is how KimAcu emphasizes personal empowerment.
Right.
It's like they're handing you the keys to your own well-being.
Absolutely.
Which is a refreshing change from, that passive role that we often play.
For sure.
In conventional healthcare.
Yeah, they're giving you the knowledge and the tools to make informed decisions about your health.
Yeah.
And I love that it's not a one-size-fits-all approach.
Right.
It's about equipping you with the understanding to choose what resonates with you personally.
Those 60 seconds quick guide videos are a great example of that.
Yeah.
Remember we talked about them earlier. They break down those complex acupuncture concepts into these bite-sized pieces.
Yeah.
And they're showing how you can use them for specific benefits.
Those quick guides are brilliant for that.
They are.
It's not just acupuncture can help with this. They're actually explaining how the mechanisms at play, the connections within your body, how specific points can be targeted.
Yeah.
It's like they're giving you a peek behind the curtain of your own amazing system.
It's like they're saying, here's the knowledge.
Right.
Now go explore.
Yeah.
And discover what works best for you.
Figure it out.
That encouragement to explore on your own terms is really appealing.
It is. And it ties in perfectly with their holistic approach. Because it's not just about treating symptoms, it's about understanding the root causes of imbalances and addressing those on multiple levels. Physical, mental, emotional, even environmental.
That makes me think back to their emphasis on nature.
Oh, yeah.
And the 5 elements theory.
Yes.
It's like they're saying our health isn't just about what's happening inside, but also about our connection to the world around us.
Yeah. Exactly. They're interweaving all these different threads. Ancient wisdom, modern science, and a deep respect for nature.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's an invitation to see ourselves as part of this larger interconnected web of life.
Right.
And to understand that our choices and our actions impact not only our own health, but the health of the planet as well.
It is quite a profound way of looking at things.
It is.
As we're talking.
Yeah.
It's becoming clear that all the pieces fit together. The playlists, the podcasts, the clinic design.
It all connects.
It's all part of this bigger vision.
Absolutely.
To empower individuals to take control of their well-being. And live these more balanced and fulfilling lives.
That's the goal.
And it's not just about individual well-being either.
Right.
This approach has these ripple effects that extend outward to our communities and the world around us.
It's true.
When you feel empowered to care for your own health, you become more engaged in your community.
Yes.
And invested in creating a healthier world for everyone.
I love that.
That brings us back to the KimAcu Talks podcast.
Okay.
We've touched on it.
Yeah.
But haven't really dived deep into the content.
Right.
What can listeners expect when they tune in?
From the intro and descriptions, it seems to be a platform for exploring how to actually apply acupuncture and holistic wellness principles in your everyday life.
Okay.
So they're promising expert interviews, discussions of various health challenges, and practical tips to integrate these practices into your routine.
I am particularly drawn to their promise to blend ancient wisdom with modern life, living in today's fast-paced, often stressful world.
Right.
I'm curious to hear how they suggest navigating those challenges while staying true to the principles of traditional Chinese medicine.
It's a great question. Me too. I think it's so timely and relevant, especially as more and more people are realizing the impact of stress and lifestyle on their health.
For sure.
So I'm eager to hear what they have to say about navigating those challenges.
Yeah.
While staying connected to our own inner wisdom and the rhythms of nature.
I'm also excited to hear from the experts that they'll be interviewing.
Right.
You know, learning directly from the creators of KimAcu is fantastic.
Right.
But bringing in other practitioners and thought leaders will add so much depth and perspective.
I agree. Hearing those diverse voices within the field can really broaden our understanding and challenge us to think critically about all these different approaches and perspectives.
Of like expanding the circle of wisdom and knowledge.
Exactly.
And allowing us to glean insights from a wider range of experiences.
I love that.
It's amazing how much we've learned about KimAcu.
Oh, no.
Just from exploring their online presence.
It's true.
It's clear they put a lot of thought and intention into creating these resources and sharing their knowledge with the world.
They have, and it's exciting to see how they're leveraging the power of digital media to make these ancient practices accessible and relatable to this wider audience.
It really is.
It's great.
It's like opening a door
to
this world of possibilities
Yeah.
for people who are seeking a more holistic
Yes.
and empowered approach to health and well-being.
Absolutely.
I'm excited to keep learning.
Me too.
Me too.
About it.
Wow, this deep dive into KimAcu has really opened my eyes to acupuncture and holistic wellness.
Yeah.
It's so much more than just needles and herbs.
Right. It's a whole philosophy of living.
Yeah, and I think KimAcu is doing a great job of blending those ancient traditions with a modern approach that really works for everybody.
I agree.
You know, one thing I keep thinking about is how they empower you to take control of your well-being.
It's a big focus for them.
It is. It's about being an active participant. It's
Yeah.
not just a passive patient.
Absolutely. They're giving you those tools and that knowledge so you can really understand your body and your energy and how you can make choices that support your health.
And those 60 seconds quick guide videos are such a great example of that, breaking down those concepts and making them easy to understand.
They're a great starting point for anyone who's curious about acupuncture.
Yeah.
They're like little sparks of interest to get you to explore more deeply.
I mean, it's not just about physical health either.
Right. It's about the whole picture.
It's mental, emotional, even environmental aspects of well-being.
Exactly.
Right.
Recognizing that all of those things are connected.
Right.
When you restore balance in one area, it has positive effects on your entire being.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one thing you hope people take away from this?
Well, I hope they discover that ancient wisdom. It's still relevant today.
Yep.
It's a practical guide for living a healthier life in our modern world.
It's about bridging that gap between the ancient wisdom and our modern lives.
Yeah, taking those timeless principles and applying them to the challenges that we face.
And KimAcu's does a great job of that.
They are.
Making it all accessible.
Yes.
Relatable and empowering.
Reminding us that we have the power to take control of our well-being and create a life that's in harmony with ourselves and the world.
If you're intrigued by what you've heard today, I highly recommend checking out their YouTube channel and podcast.
Yeah, you'll find so much information and inspiration for anyone seeking a path to greater health and well-being.
So as we close out this deep dive, remember to stay curious, keep an open mind, and embrace the journey of discovering what it means to live a truly holistic life.
Yeah, find your path to wellness, explore it, enjoy it, and see where it leads you.